Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. I hope everyone's doing okay. Happy Super Bowl day for those of you who follow the Super Bowl or football sport. American football, I should say, for those of you who are not in America. I'm here with my latte, which is a little unusual for me. I don't usually drink lattes, or not very often. When I drink coffee, it's black coffee. I'm one of those guys who, you know, drinks their coffee black. But every once in a while, I like to have a latte. So, not a plain latte though, but like a flavored latte. A plain latte to me is just kind of tasteless. But this is a cinnamon latte, so it's pretty good. All right, we finished the treehouse last time, thank God, because that was a big old giant job. So we're on to this drill. So we're going to do a vehicle. Is this the Dirt Finder General? I've been given your details by the mayor as a person who can wash things and keep the dirt to themselves. Meet Holy Moly, my subterranean mining unit. It's a one-man excavator that I use to scour beneath the Earth's crust for valuable mineral deposits. Well, not me personally. I just tell them where to dig. Anyway, you may find some unusual mineral traces during the clean. Please dispose of these judiciously. All right, let's do it. Continue. All right, we're back in the garage. Oh dear, this is going to be this is going to be a job. Oh, it's actually not too bad. I mean, it's not super fast, but so we will be talking about the games like we usually do. And how they went this week. Oh, excuse me. I don't know that I have too much to report. As you guys may have noticed, there were no videos last week. The reason for that was that I made videos. I just did not post any new videos. As I've said before, I wanted to put a little bit more time in the members only area before they went public. Just to kind of give them, any potential members, a little bit more value for their money. So yeah, that was the purpose. I produce videos just like I normally do, and they went up. The only bad thing about that is now they sit for like, let me see, when did I record this? They sit for over 2 weeks before you see them. And what's bad about that is that I'm not really going to be able to talk about like the ones you guys are about to see. There's a God of War coming tomorrow. Do I remember what happened 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Nope. Haven't got a clue. So, yeah. That's kind of bad, because if anybody asks questions about it, I'm going to be like, I don't know. I don't remember what I did yesterday, much less what I did 3 weeks ago. So, I'm not real super fond of that aspect of it, but for some reason I'm hitting the wrong buttons. My fingers are not on the right keys. Okay. But yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? I do feel like if you were a member of this channel, you probably need to get a little more than just a 1 week early access to the videos. It's 2 weeks now, two to 2.5 weeks, depending upon which video you're looking at. And I probably am going to push that out even more later on, but not right just yet. We'll see. I don't want to, like I think I've mentioned, I don't want to do it all at once. So, but I do probably want to push it out a little bit more. What is this called? The caterpillar tread? Huh. Alright. How's the stream looking here? Hang on just a second here, guys. Oh yeah, we're fine. Okay, we're good. You guys can hear me okay? Yep. Everything looks good. Alright, cool. I think we're working fine. So yeah, I will be talking about the games for sure that we did this week, which you guys won't see for like 2.5 weeks, but I'll talk about them. My goal here is to get done with all my YouTube work by, I don't know, noonish or so my time, and right now it's 9:30. I have been requested by my children to make burgers, so I'm going to do that for lunch, and then yeah, try and get, well, I don't necessarily need to get everything done. I mean, the edit needs to be done by like, I don't know, $2 o'clock, no later than. And I'm already like halfway through the edit for today, which is Destroy All Humans, is today's edit. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I think I want to do this. Let's see, I wonder if I could do this. Doesn't really want to come off this one. So we'll use this one. It's still pretty dirty. Damn. So that's an armored panel, but I guess it goes all the way over here. Yeah. Hey, we got a ding. This is a tricky vehicle, isn't it? Lots of nooks and crannies. All right. So yeah, it is Super Bowl day today in America. I mean, well, I assume that it's televised elsewhere. I don't know if it has a huge audience elsewhere, but I presume you guys can watch it if you want to. I suppose you could stream it if nothing else. I'm sure it must stream somewhere. I will probably watch, although I no longer have a horse in that race. But I'll watch it. It's always fun to watch. Oh, we just hit 20%. Nice. How much are we making on this job? I don't even remember what it said. I don't think it was very much. I want to save up for the next sprayer, which was pretty expensive as I remember. Okay. This armored panel's pretty good. There we go. Nice. Okay, how are we doing? Let's get this. What is this called? The tread? Something on here is like seriously messed up. Might be on the top though. Okay, let's talk about the rear shielding, shall we? So yeah, let me know if you guys watch. The kind of the big draw on the Super Bowl a lot of times is the commercials, because that's when companies go all out and they spend a lot of money on commercials, and it's traditionally become a time when the commercials are really good. Although honestly, for the last few years, I haven't really thought they were particularly great. I mean, you'll get an occasional good one, but it seems like they're not really all that particularly awesome anymore. They used to be really good. Like that was even if you didn't want to watch the teams, that was like one of the primary reasons to watch the game, was for commercials. But I think they've kind of fallen off lately. So who knows? We'll see how they go this year. It's a big expense. It's like, I think I don't remember what the price was. It's like $1 million for a 30-second spot or something that you have to buy. But, and then of course Bad Bunny is playing, which I don't know that I've ever heard Bad Bunny. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny. It's not my genre of music, but I'll listen to him, see how he does. Green Day's playing the pre-opening thing. I hope they show that because I don't know that they usually do show the pre-band, but I'd like to see Green Day. I like Green Day. So we shall see. Okay. Ding. These are individual fuselages. So I guess, excuse me, sorry, let me get some coffee. I guess the conservative types don't really appreciate Bad Bunny because I don't really know why. He speaks Spanish or I'm not really sure why. So they've scheduled their own halftime show. I have no idea who's playing that. I won't be watching, but I mean, good luck to whoever that is, I suppose. Okay, what else do we got in here? This little, what is that? This little ring still got dirt on it or something. Okay. Ding. All right. I'd say we're pretty good on this side anyway. Let's move on. Sorry. Drinking coffee. So, we will talk about the games. Like I said, everything went fine this week. Nothing really super groundbreaking to report. Yeah, they don't look good. I guess I'll go through them one by one. Guys, whoops, that's not the button I wanted. I'm so, unsure if you guys are really interested in a game-by-game breakdown of everything. You know, I don't know. Is it interesting at all? I have no idea. How come you're not coming clean? You? I see you over there. But, yeah, I guess, I suppose we'll talk about them. Why not? So, God of War. We did story mode again today. Had a big giant boss fight. It was like a major story boss fight. Like one of the big ones. I found it pretty damn hard, to be honest. I may not have been at my best today or yesterday. Because I was struggling, to be for sure. Evra, hey there, Ron. Gonna be gonna lurk for now. Just want to drop and say hi. Oh, hey man. Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to lurk. I can't get into those spots. What's the deal with that? I feel like I'm hitting it, but it's not cleaning. Okay, whatever. So yeah, I had a rough time with it. I think I died like 4 times trying to take out this boss. But in the end, we did it. It was just, I don't know. I think I was just a little off with my combat this week. Sometimes that happens. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Okay, looking pretty good out here. Caterpillar Tread is coming along. That's a whole different Caterpillar Tread. Oh man. Yipes. That's not great. So yeah, we did story. I think actually the notable thing about God of War this week was that I reached the point in the game, I'm pretty sure, where I reached the first time I played it on my own, like years and years ago. So I think the last thing I did before I stopped playing the first time I played it was take out this boss. What I think happened after that, I went on to like start doing some cleanup work, like backtracking to all the areas and started cleaning stuff up. But we've already done a lot of that. I mean, a ton of it, really, probably more than I did the first time. So I think we are now at the point where I'm going to be starting to do stuff blind, where I don't know what's going to happen at all. Like, not that I really knew what was going to happen, because I have, you know, the memory of a goldfish and didn't really remember a whole lot. I remembered the highlights. Like, I did remember this boss fight because it's a highlight of the game, this particular one. But I think from next week forward, although I may be doing cleanup work next week, I'm not going to have any clue what's going to happen in the game. Not even a little bit. I have managed to this point to avoid spoilers. Let's hope that can continue. But yeah. This Caterpillar Tread's going to be a pain in my butt, isn't it? I can already see it. Okay. There's a lot of stuff down here, huh? So that's fun. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to continuing the story without any knowledge of what's going to happen. It's really hard for me to tell how far through that game I am. You know, I say this every week, but I really have no idea. Everyone plays it at such a different pace that I can't even tell. Usually what I will do in situations like that, if you guys don't remember, where the game doesn't give you an overall percentage completion, which God of War doesn't, is I can look at other people's playthroughs and see, you know, look at their playlist and see where I am in their playlist. And I can do that without spoilers, because I can just stop before I hit, you know, I stop where I am in their playthrough, where I am in the game. So I can figure it out without seeing anything I shouldn't see. Okay. But with God of War, everybody plays it so differently. Like some people will go through and go get collectibles after a while. Some people will just mainline the story. You know, and where you get the optional stuff varies. A lot of people will do some of the optional stuff, but they won't do all of it. And I can't really figure it out. I think I'm well over halfway through that game, but I don't really know. As far as collectibles go, yeah, we're definitely way over. We're like 70% of the way through the collectibles. But other than that, I have a hard time figuring out where we are in that game. I feel like we're coming up on the... Well, I say that, but it feels like we're coming up on like the latter half or latter third of the story, but I don't know that for sure. So yeah. But it's fun. It's fun. No new Berserkers this week because I was in story mode the whole time, so I haven't really had a chance to go back and find Berserkers. I've been in story mode for a couple of weeks now, so that's that precludes the ability to work on Berserkers too much. Something beeped. Oh hey, the armor panel went off. Nice. So, but yeah, I mean, other than that, it was fine. It was fun. I had a good time. We have now visited all 9 realms at least once, if not more than once, in some cases, in most cases. Is that true? Actually, I just thought of something. Muspelheim. I don't think we've been to Muspelheim yet. Come to think of it, I think I just lied. So yeah, maybe we haven't been to Muspelheim yet. I'm planning on going there soon. Muspelheim is a completely optional area, I'm pretty sure. There's like, you're not required to go there at all for the story. I don't think. At least, I don't think so. Could be wrong, but it feels optional to me, so. I feel like we're gonna soon have to get out the ladder. I can't grab that ladder. So all they're gonna give us is a step stool? Oh dear. Why can't I pick this up? Am I hitting the wrong button? Why won't you let me pick that up? Oh, come on. How am I supposed to get on top of this? I'm confused. What's going on? Am I hitting the wrong button? Suddenly? Did I lose the button? I don't think so. Let's find out. Pick up F. Yeah, that's the right button. That's what I'm hitting. But it won't let me pick up this stool. That's weird. Am I not supposed to be able to pick up that stool? How am I supposed to get on top of this thing? Oh, I guess I can just jump on. Derp. Okay. Never mind. My mistake. Okay. Let's do this. I guess they don't think I need any equipment for this, which is probably true since I could just jump on top of it. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, there goes the tread. Nice. I'm moving very slowly, but I think that's because I'm crouched. So there's a tread up here as well. So that tread is not done yet, but that's because I haven't done the top. All right, let's try to get this one. Okay. We'll at least get the top surface finished, and we'll run back the other side, get the back side of this. All right. Okay. How are we doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. It's not gonna work. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about God of War. I had a good time with it, but I did struggle with the combat this week, which again, you guys will see in a couple of weeks. But we got through it, so no big deal. Another boss down, and a story boss for that matter. So, did we only do the one boss today? I think so. I don't think we did any optional bosses. So yeah, just the one. We did pick up some collectibles, a handful, which is good. But unlike last week when we didn't pick up any collectibles because I was playing as Atreus, and apparently Atreus can't pick up collectibles, even though, there they are. Like, he can do a legendary chest. Well, he can pick up anything he wants to, really, but they don't count towards the completion. I guess they don't put them in your path if you're playing as a different character. I'm not really sure. But I did notice that these are not cleaning. That's very annoying. Oh, it's under here, that's why. Okay. This is tricky to get to. It's tricky to maneuver in all these little spots without the gun, like, doing that. Or spraying in the wrong spot. Oi! Okay. I mean, not bad. Not bad. We'll come back to, I think I gotta do the other side, so we'll come back to this if necessary. Alright, man, come on. I bought myself a brand new, I bought myself two things at the hardware store this week. I bought a brand new lawnmower, which is probably much, much bigger than I need, because I've got little tiny lawns in the front and back. But the other one I bought just a little electric lawnmower like 10 years ago when we first moved in. Well, maybe not actually 10 years ago, because we didn't put the lawn in right away, so, but whatever, it's been around for like 7 or 8 years, and it's fallen apart, right? So I needed to replace it, so I got a new one, but I got a much bigger one than I probably should have. It's like a full-size lawnmower. It's still electric, still got a battery, but it's definitely bigger. So I got that, and I got it in the winter so that it would be maybe a little cheaper. Because, you know, nobody's buying lawnmowers right now, because you don't need to mow your lawn in the winter, usually. But it is rather big, and that's fine. I don't, you know, that's great. It gives you plenty of power to, you know, if the lawn gets too thick or big or something, which sometimes does happen because I'm lazy about mowing it in the summer. And the little one would sometimes bog down on the grass because it was just too much for it. So this big one should have no problem going right through that if necessary. I also got myself a little cultivator, which is just basically some blades at the bottom of some rotating blades at the bottom of a big stick. So you put it in the dirt and it's supposed to kick up the dirt. I already have one, actually. I had one of those already, but this is a littler one, and the purpose of it is not necessarily to cultivate, but actually to dig through that clay that I've got in the backyard for ditches. I decided I needed power tools for that, but I didn't want to get an excavator, because I have no place to put an excavator, for one thing, and it's too small of a job for. I could rent an excavator, sure, but I don't know if I could actually get it in the backyard and stuff. But the little cultivator should do the job just fine, because it's about the size of a ditch, so that should work fine. Hopefully it's got enough power to dig through that clay. That's the only thing. So, because that clay is hard as rock sometimes, unless it's wet, and then it's mud. It's a very sticky, nasty mud. So, yay! There we go. Boy, what is that rear gripper? Just a little bit more stuff on it. There we go. Same for this tread. How we doing? We're at 83%. Okay, cool. We haven't done the front drill yet. That one's done. This one not so much. There you go. Okay, let's start getting work on this drill. Pretty good, pretty good. Looking good. Even the back looks pretty good. Oh, oh, oh. Nice. So let's talk about Destroy All Humans, which is a game I'm quite enjoying, I should say. It's I think I said last week that it wasn't quite what I was expecting when I started it, because I had no idea what I was getting into. But I'm actually quite enjoying it. It's humor is funny. It's well written. Okay, how are we doing over here? That's pretty good. All right, let's get down off of this. So, you know, it went well. It actually went better today than it has been going. The one thing about that game is if you don't know what you're doing, and it's easy to screw up. It's not got really enough safeguards on the missions and stuff for you to not mess it up. And, you know, it's one thing to play the way you want to play. I get that. That's fine. But it's another thing altogether if the game just kind of bugs itself out because, you know, you accidentally hit a completion thing that you're not really supposed to yet, which is what happened to me last week. So yeah, you know, it's an old game, so some of that's to be expected. Lots of nooks and crannies, which is of course why they chose it. But yeah, this week went pretty good. No complaints. I mean, I had a little bit of a tough time with the optional objectives for the mission. I think I might have done that wrong, but you know, I did it fine. I mean, you know, ultimately I got it. I think what they really wanted you to do was to use the mind control thing and have the agents shooting at each other and the cops shooting at each other. I didn't do it that way, but in retrospect, that would have been maybe an easier way to do it. So that's fine. I got it done. So, and I'm working on Santa Modesta, which by far has the most probes in it. It has 50, where most other places have somewhere 25 to 30 or so. So yeah, I got, I think, most of them. Like, I think I got in the 30, 37, 38, something like that, of those probes, just by finding them myself. I did finish Rockwell probes, so I had 4 missing probes that were left. I did look them up. I'm not going to try and say I didn't, but I think the way I did it is the way I'm going to do it in the future. I like how that worked out. What am I missing here? So what I did, and I think what I'm going to do in the future, is I'm going to get as many as I can on my own until I get down to the last few where I just can't find them, and then I'll use a guide and do them kind of off camera, but I'll record it, which is what I did this week, and cut that into the thing and show it to you guys. So that's going to be the plan for those thingies. I'm having trouble with this tread. I don't really understand what its problem is. I mean, yeah, granted I can see some stuff in there, but what is that? It's metal. It's on the inside. That's the problem. Well, how am I supposed to... Let's try it standing up. I'm standing up. Okay, there we go. I see you. Come on, clean, you rot bastard. There you go. And this guy's still not clean either. Well, don't you suck. That one's clean. And that one's not either. Okay, that side looks all right. This side looks terrible. No wonder it's not working. There we go. Nice. We can get all the treads. I'm going to be pretty happy. Oh, we're at 99%. Nice. So that tread's good. That tread's good. That tread up there is good. We already decided that. This tread is good. That tread's not good. That's because of the back. Oh boy, this last one's going to be a pain. That's done. There we go. Okay, I noticed I still do not have a list. Why? Wheel drive. Okay. Hmm. Up top, maybe? Okay. Yeah, I see it. Nice. Okay, that side looks good. Okay. Let's talk about this side, shall we? Wheel drive is good. Wheel drive, wheel, nice. Not nice. Bad. Bad. Good. Bad. Good. Okay. Come on, gun. Work with me here. You're good. You're good. Okay. Look at that. We got a list. Okay. Let's see. Rear fuselage, rear shieldings, and wheels ×2. One of those wheels is this one. Yeah, this one right here. What's your dealio there, my friend? Can't quite reach it, can I? There we go. Okay. Another wheel. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Which wheel is causing me issues? You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. There's a wheel that's bad somewhere. Figures. The last one I look at. You rat bastard. Okay, then the rear. Rear fuselage. This thing? Wait, did I see something up here? Rear shielding, this one. Okay, that just leaves the fuselage, which is, I guess, this thing? I don't see a problem. There we go. I heard you're the unofficial top dog of the pressure washing game, but do you travel out of town? I got a temple that's urgently in need of some TLC. Alright, cool. Alright, let's check the results. I'm out of latte. Have to switch back over to my black coffee. Which surprisingly is still fairly warm. Nice. That is a tremendous job, Dirt Finder. You may have earned yourself some lucrative future contract work. Congratulations. What did I make off of them? 250 bucks. Nice. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I do this every single time. Hang on. Let's go to... what do I want to go to? Career? No. How do I do this every time. Okay. No. Let's back here. Main menu. Career. Continue. We'll get to it. Okay. Yeah. Let's start up the temple for $750. Next door to my farm lives an holy crap, I cannot talk today. Lives an order of the nicest, kindest, non-verbal monks whose temple is currently caked in manure, top to bottom. It's a heck of a story, I'll fill you in as you go, but basically they're not here right now, and I thought it'd only be right and neighborly of me to get it hosed down in their absence. Something to give them a boost for when they return. They sure could do with one. Okay. 750 bucks. Let's do it. Continue. Okay, Let's go to inventory because I always forget to change the clothing. Let's change our clothing. What haven't we used yet? I don't know what we haven't used yet. I don't know. How about white? What do you suppose these slots are for? Don't really know. Okay, what are we doing here? We're walking up. Jeez. Gonna make me walk all the way to the place, huh? Sure, sure. Alright, we got ourselves a temple here. Looks kind of creepy. We got a big old giant scaffolding. Alright. Alright. Let's get this going. So, where to start? Well, I don't know. You tell me. Well, you know all about the mayor's pipeline, diverting all the water from the rivers to secret mining rig, right? I was not aware of a secret mining rig, but sure. These monks have relied on that river to water their crops for time immemorial, and now these crops are failing. Now those crops are failing. Okay. Is there more to that story? Or is it all I'm getting? For now. Alrighty. Get the stone base done. Or at least this piece of it. So yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say about Destroy All Humans. It went fine. I did a challenge, got that done. Tried a couple of others, wasn't successful, but you know that happens. I mean, one of them I think I need an upgrade for sure before I can do it. But I mean, we're doing fine on the challenges. I'm not too terribly concerned about them right now. Again, I don't want to get into a situation where I have a bunch of really, really difficult ones to do right at the end of the game and I have to do them all. Because that would make me pull my hair out. But it went fine. You know, so I'm trying to get, you know, at least some of them done. And actually, the very first area, which is Turnip Seed Farm, is totally done with challenges and everything, except for the one challenge that is still locked. And I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure when that's going to unlock. I think it's a saucer challenge, which is, and we haven't really used this flying saucer too much. Not very much, anyway. So I think that's what the holdup is on those challenges. I'm assuming that we're going to have some flying saucer intensive missions coming up, and that'll unlock those challenges. And so Turnip Seed Farm is completely done, except for that one challenge. So as soon as that unlocks, I'll get that done. The second area is not as done. I think there's 2 more challenges left. I think. So it's not far behind. So, you know, that's fine. Okay. This side is looking better. Through this window. They can see into their, or inside their little area back there. Probably need to get the ladder or something pretty soon. This is a fairly tall building. All right. How we doing here, guys? We're doing all right. Okay, cool. Make sure we're doing okay. Looks like everything's working fine. Did I go underneath this one? No. Let's get that before I forget. Okay. Okay. Looking good. We'll get up to this part of the wall before I start dragging out the equipment. Nice. Stone base is done. Okay. Look at this. Moving right along. Practically done. Not so much. So, I guess we could talk about Dragon Ball. Why not? Dragon Ball went fine. I did a couple of sub-stories, which I've kind of settled into a pattern now with the last like the last intermission, in that I do a couple of sub-stories, I do some villainous enemies, I pick up some Dragon Balls, take out some bases. So I did all that stuff, and it was fine. The only trouble I had was with, so I did some villainous enemies, and then as soon as you clear them out, they go up to the next level until you finish them off. So I did that for this area, and they went up to the next level, and they turned out to be level 70, which is also my level. But not only that, but the villainous enemies in particular were healers, and I just can't, if there's one thing that I hate fighting more than anything else, it's mobs that heal themselves. Like I don't mind the recovery bots because I can see that's happening and then I can go after the recovery bots and take them out. It's no big deal. But when they heal on their own, like if you hit some things have this ability where if you hit them with a power, it'll actually heal them because they'll set up some sort of healing thing. And it drives me nuts. It's just I can't stand that. And these guys were level 70, so it's not like they were easy to take out in the first place because I'm like right around there, right? Right around level 70 myself. So, you know, I'm fighting them, and then they keep healing back up to level 5, and I'm like, what in the hell? Because you don't really realize it at first, right? And then then I realize what's going on, and then you have to like basically not hit them with powers at all, and so it's just a punching match, and that takes forever, especially when they're your same level. So that just took forever. Ultimately, I won, but oh my god, did it take a long time. It really drags out the fight when they heal themselves. But other than that, I mean, it went fine. Like I said, I picked up a Dragon Ball or two. Did some sub-stories. I feel like it's going well. We're now a chunk into the intermission 4, which I can't remember how many sub-stories there are off the top of my head. I guess I could look, but it's maybe like 20 or so. And I've done, is it 4 now or 6? I can't remember. But yeah. And we will eventually have to get all those villainous enemies taken care of. Oh, also training. I was trying to do some training as well, because of course you have to do some training to unlock all your skills. Just with the 4 main characters, is it 4? Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo. I think those are the 4 main characters that you can play as. So they all 4 of them have training that they've got to get done. Otherwise it locks out sections of their skill trees. So working on that as well. That can be kind of a pain in the butt too. But mostly I've been using Goku. I think I'm going to need to switch up to like one of the other characters pretty soon. I'm trying to level up some of my characters as well, like the support characters. Shiatsu, for instance, is like level 40 something. So I put him into my party and I'm trying to level him up. Hey Tag, how you doing, man? How are things? All good? Good. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yeah, no complaints. I have this week to get through work, and then I'm on vacation again for a week. This was not a planned vacation. I was told I was going on vacation this week. So. Yeah. I wasn't planning on taking a vacation week until March, but there you have it. So I just got to get through this week, and actually it starts on Friday. So I'm working Monday through Thursday, and then Friday I'm on vacation. So I'll have some time available to do some stuff. So that'll be fun. How are you? Are you off? Are you off today? Yeah, I just went out with a mate today for a catch up. Just got back. Nice, cool. Very nice. If I can get this entire piece right here. Probably not, because I probably got to get the ladder. You can get most of it though. Days off are fun. So amongst other things, I've been watching, like for all the rest of y'all, I've been watching Teg's Phantom Menace series. Dude, I don't know how you're doing that. That has got to be just the most... I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's no way. That game looks tough. It's a good thing it's a short game. Because, oh my god. I mean, I don't mind hard games, but oh crap. I don't know if I could do that one. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, yeah. Seems like it's not that long though, so that's something. That's, oh my gosh. That looks rough. That takes some dedication right there, my bud. Still has some rust on it. Huh. Should be either 4 or 5 parts. I've got one more vid to edit, but it was 2.5 hours of footage. Okay. Oh, so you finished it. Nice. Okay. I think we're good here. Yeah, those old games, man. They certainly did not hold your hand, for sure. And I think it's not necessarily... I don't think games have gotten easier. It's just gaming systems have gotten better. And so that includes things like maps and, you know, auto aim and stuff like that, which does make the game easier, I suppose, but it takes some of the tedium out of it anyway. Those old games didn't have that kind of stuff, so... Okay, that's looking pretty good. Hey, I see that over there. Yeah, I finished it and recorded the first episode of the next Star Wars game, which is another PS1 adaptation of Phantom Menace, which is still challenging in a different way. Yeah. Another adaptation of Phantom Menace, huh? Don't ask me why I scheduled 2 Phantom Menace games back to back. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, at least you'll have all the Phantom Menace games out of the way. I just watched The Force Awakens again the other day, and you know, everybody gives the sequel movie such a bad rap, but that's actually a pretty decent. I think that's a pretty good movie. I don't think people in general had problem with that movie. I think it's the later two, were a little bit more panned. The first one was fine. I like it. Those aren't the only two Phantom Menace games either, though I think the others are more arcadey, so it won't be full length. Okay. Huh. I suppose. Okay, so the Phantom Menace. Am I going to be mixing up my timelines here? I think that was like the first Star Wars movie in a long time, right? So that was the next one after the Return of the Jedi. Was it not? Am I mixing up my timelines? But so yeah, I could see why there's a lot of games, because there was a lot of excitement around Star Wars being back and stuff. At least that's my theory. Yeah, 99. Jedi was 83. Yeah. One of these days I'll have to rank those movies in my head. Not for any real reason, but because some of them I really like, and some of them are not as good as others, for sure. I really liked The Force Awakens. I thought that was a pretty decent movie, but I think the other two were not my favorite. The numbers, what, 8 and 9? They were fine, but they weren't great. Of course, the first three movies, Empire, of course, is at the top of the list for sure. No question about it. Hey, that's done. Yeah, I don't know. And I love Rogue One. That's like one of my favorites. That's right up there with Empire. Yeah, Empire. And I despise the Han Solo movie. I shouldn't say I despise it. I just don't. I think I've watched it like maybe twice. It's not really one that stands out for me. But I don't know where the sequel movies fall. I think the third one is the best of the sequel movies. For me, anyway. And then maybe the first one after that. And then number 2 is the middle child of those three movies. Okay. Get underneath here. Did I get? I didn't. I didn't get you. Ha ha ha. No, I got you. In a desperate act, the head monks sent them all out on a pilgrimage of faith. Okay. Oh, because they lost their water. That's. Now I've no mind where they were headed, only that they took with them a vast multitude of eggs. Is that a reference? Okay, hang on. I think that might be a reference to the mayor's mansion that we had to wash all the egg off of. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Solo or the sequels, particularly Episode 9, which is just a broken mess. Yeah. OG's, prequels, and Rogue One are definitely at the top for me. Yeah. I love Rogue One. I think Rogue One is like a fantastic movie. I'd be hard pressed to say if I like Empire or Rogue One better. They're both great movies. Yeah, number 9. Honestly, Tag, I can barely remember number 9. I'll have to watch it again at some point. I could barely tell you what happens, which is not, doesn't say a lot. Granted, I have goldfish brain and I don't remember anything, but if I can't remember a movie at all, I remember them fighting on top of Star Destroyers, which seemed weird to me at the time. I guess you don't have to breathe in space. I reckon you'll really like Andor if you get to it, especially if you like Rogue One. Dark political Star Wars that would work just as well if it wasn't related to a Star Wars. Yeah, I've actually seen the first couple of episodes of Andor. I believe we had started to watch it, and then I could be getting my timelines mixed up, but I think I watched it with my wife, and then she got sick, and then that was the end of that. So I just haven't picked it up since. But I remember enjoying it. Yeah, I'll have to maybe turn it back on again. The thing with it was, the reason I really haven't gotten back to movies like that is I got it into my head that I was going to watch all the Star Wars movies in order, and I got kind of stuck on the Clone Wars, which is a long series, and I just never got past that. And not that I'm not going to do that, but it's just taking a really, really long time. So I never got back into the movies again, and I should. That's kind of the problem with doing a really slow watch through. Because they're making more, and I'm not keeping up. See, did I get all that? Not really. It's gonna be hard to get all those nooks and crannies. Let's see. There's a fair few shows you can watch without Clone Wars, Andor being one of them. I'd say Clone Wars is the only really essential for the other anime shows and Ahsoka. Yeah. Yeah, Ahsoka. That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I gotta watch that one too. I like Ahsoka. She's sassy. How are we doing here? 24%. Gonna pop off, mate. Get some editing done. Have a good stream, man. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Have some good editing. I will talk to you later. Yeah, I got to do that today too. Although I've gotten probably the first half of Destroy All Humans editing done for today. Did I already say that? I might have already said that. So I'm ahead of the game. Ding. Okay. Looking good. We got almost the entire base done. I think. We just gotta do the back, pretty much. Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, look at that. Almost all the way back around. So, where was I? I was on Dragon Ball, wasn't I? We were talking about the games. I don't think I really have much else to say about Dragon Ball. I think that's about it. You know, we did the usual things today or yesterday, I should say, and it went fine. It went fine. I think in the I don't know. I'm tempted to say in the future I'm going to wait till I'm a few levels above the villainous enemies before I take them on, but that might just have been a special case because they were healers, and healers are just the bane of my existence. So even though they were level 70 and I was having a tough time with them, it may just have been not because they were so close to my level, which I think is 73 or something. but rather because they were healers. And healers are just tough. They just are. There's no getting around healers being tough. Okay, I think this looks pretty decent. I think we're good. I think we probably need some equipment now. Yeah? Huh? Nice. Okay. All right, let's get some equipment out. I think what we'll use, I could use the scaffolding. Let's use the ladder first. And get going. Let's start it here, I suppose. A pretty good place to start. I guess what we'll do is we'll get to the first story done. Ding. Okay. The problem with using a ladder is it gets in the way. So I have this streak of stuff right where the ladder is I can't get at. But it's alright. We'll manage. Okay. This is the wall. Yep. Looks pretty good. Let's see. There we go. All right. I think we're in pretty okay shape. All right. Moving on to the next area. Okay, so that's probably about as high as I want to go at the moment. So let's talk about the next game on the list of games that I do every week, which is Immortals Fenyx Rising. So I did that this morning, and I think it went pretty well. So it looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, yeah. So this week in excuse me, sorry guys. clearly need more coffee. This week in Immortals Phoenix Rising, I decided to go back a little bit because... Oh, that's a tricky spot to get. Okay. How are we doing? That's fine. Okay. Because we got a new ability last week called Phoenix's Clone, which is something that I needed for several spots that I had to go back to. And since I was going back anyway, I decided to go back and take on that one boss that I couldn't do before. And so I did that, and that was fine. I was able to take her down, no problem. I shouldn't say no problem. I mean, she was difficult, but certainly well within my abilities to do at this point. So I took her out. So that's the first of the legendary creatures, I think. I think it's the first of the legendary. Or they've got various rankings for the bosses. Mythical. Maybe it was the first of the mythical creatures that I took out. I don't know. I think there's one per area. Besides the first area, anyway. So yeah, I did that. That was fine. Ding, ding, lots of dinging. And then I did a vault, which turned out to be a 3-star vault. Which, yeah, it was tricky, but doable. I managed it. It was called Mastering Phosphorus Clone, so you definitely needed Phosphorus Clone for that one. No question about that. And it went fine. Okay, I think we're pretty good here. At least until we get higher. Okay. I feel like that game, I don't know. It's got its tricky bits for sure. Certainly in the puzzling, it can be a little tricky. But the combat is actually starting to get easier, I feel like, which is weird as I'm getting further into the game. But it's because I have better abilities and stronger weapons than I used to have. That's definitely, I think, a game that starts off harder than it and then gets easier, at least in terms of that sort of thing. Anyway, the combat. This ladder's right in my way. Okay, I think that's good. Are we good over here? Other than you? Oh, I didn't catch the sidewall. That should be alright. Little decorative spots are difficult. Okay. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about Phoenix. It's we didn't actually do any questioning today. I don't think. I finished. Well, except for the mythical creature, the mythical harpy that I took out. Ozo Manadine or something. I can't remember what her name is. Starts with Ozo. Which I think counts as a quest. At least I have it written down as a quest in my list. So I feel like, though, I didn't get very good reward out of it. I took out a creature that was pretty tough, and I didn't get much for it. I think I got a new helmet, and then some kind of shard of some sort of. So yeah, but it was fine. It was fine. I took her out. I managed it. Okay. I don't worry too much about those little spots, if I can help it. Something dinged. Cleaning the roof, I shouldn't be doing. How are we doing here? 35%. See if we can try to maybe hit 50% with this one before we call it a day today. I feel like we're not going to finish it today. It's a big job, so, but we should probably get at least half of it done. Especially since my children want me to make them burgers today for lunch. So I got to do that as well. Ding. Okay, pretty good. I think that looks pretty decent. That whole side is done. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, this window. It's going to be kind of a pain to get to. I can already see it. Okay, that's done. Whoops. Okay. Alrighty. Let's try to get over a little bit. There we go. Okay. Looking pretty good, I think. Not so much on this side. Or this side. But otherwise, pretty good. Okay. I think we're good there. All right, very nice. Stand louder, man. Right in the way. Just right in the way. Again, things are dinging. Lots of dinging. Oh, so that leaves Star Wars. Lego Star Wars, which I will tell you guys, I recorded the penultimate episode this morning. So, even though you guys are like 3 episodes behind, that game is almost done recording. I can't remember, what are you guys on? You guys are on 32, right? Yeah, I think so. So I recorded 33, 34, and 35 now. So I've only got one more episode left to go to record anyway. And you guys will see those in the upcoming weeks. So that's fun. It went well. You know, I don't really have anything to say about Star Wars, Lego Star Wars. It's we're now like 98% of the way done with that game from the percentage completion score. So yeah, I think we got just about everything figured out for that game, pretty much. Only one level left for me to do in free play. Anywho, while the monks were gone, we had a freakish twister. Cursed thing scooped up all the freshly laid manure from my farm and deposited it all over their temple. Oh no. You don't want to see that. Okay, pretty good. I guess that story's come to an end for right now. I thought there would be more, but I guess not. So yeah, you know, it went fine. We have, it took me a bit to find that mission that I was supposed to do today. I went to the right place. Like I kind of remembered where we got it from, and I went to the right place, but then I couldn't find it in the thing. Apparently, it's slightly different in free play mode, which I did not realize. So, yeah. So yeah, it did take me a bit to find the mission that I was trying to do. And it's probably going to be the same next week to do the final mission. But I'm looking forward to finishing that one off. That's a tricky one. I'm going to say of all the Lego games that I've done so far, that one's been the hardest. I feel like it was difficult to get 100% on that game. Ding. Okay, we good here? I'd say so. Okay, I think pretty good. Pretty good right there. Okay, cool. Moving on. So yeah, what else is there to say about Lego Star Wars? It is what it is. We'll be moving on to Pirates pretty soon, or I will be. Not this next week, but the week after. I already have my checklist all laid out, ready to go. So we'll see how it goes. Hang on, I'm gonna just move this so that I can get over here. Easier this way. I'm trying to get through that ladder. Okay. Ding. A lot of dinging going on. Very nice. There's the button I was looking for. It's one of those buttons. I knew it was in there somewhere. Okay. Well, there you go. Whole bunch of dings. Okay, I think we're looking pretty decent right there. Now we're on the front door. Oh yeah. This front door is all metal. Forgot about that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Why can't I get this little bit right in here? Why is this door still dirty? Ah, it's broken up into 2 pieces. I'm afraid I don't really see the problem. Okay, there we go. Everybody looks good here. Everybody looks good here. That's good. Okay. All right. Pretty good, pretty good. I think that's not bad. So how are we doing? We're at 48%. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we'll probably call it a day there. We've gone around this twice now. We've gotten pretty much all the first story all completely done. I'm probably gonna have to break out the scaffolding to get to the next section. Although we could do the roof, I suppose, from the, well, partially from the top, but I think some of it's gonna have to be from a scaffolding, like the walls and such. But that should be doable. Yeah, yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty decent. But yeah, I think we're gonna stop here, gang. So. Videos resume this week. You'll get a new one tomorrow. For those of you who are, you know, not members, yeah, we do have a membership. If you guys want to get videos at this point 2 weeks early, earlier than everybody else. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. We do also have a Patreon page, not a Patreon page, sorry, a Discord server. I do not have a Patreon page. We have a Discord server, so if you're interested in chatting, it doesn't cost anything. You guys can go check that out. The links in the descriptions and stuff. It's on the about part of my channel. It is also in the descriptions of the videos, but I don't think it's in the description of the live video, so don't look there. But it should be in any other video. You'll see the link to the server. So stop by, say hi if you want to. Other than that, I think we're done here for today. I will see you guys in the videos this week, and I will see you in the stream next week. So have a good rest of your day. For those of you watching the Super Bowl, enjoy the Super Bowl. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right? Take care, gang. Bye.